Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 26th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Baguazhang, the 8 palm changes. This morning we've got palm changes 7 and 8. That's what we've been working on all week. We're going to finish that today. So we'll pay attention to palm changes 7 and 8 on the circle, and we'll pay attention to positions 7 and 8 on the circle. Next week, we're going to repeat a little bit, but I'm going to add all of the other palm changes so that we're actually walking the full pattern on the circle. I need to close the door back here, and then we're going to get started. There we go. I have a couple of things, just real quick, announcements. Good things, all right? There's some stuff that has been going on with me and my family members that has been difficult, very difficult. It looks like that's starting to ease up a bit, and that's a very good thing. The second thing is that I looked at what I have been planning for this class, what I have intended to record, and what has been a problem. Technology. Technology is always a solution and a problem both at the same time, always. Right? And I rethought what I was planning to do. It looks like I'm going to be able to do it. And that's why I'm smiling. I'm smiling. It looks like I'm going to be able to do it for a whole lot less money than what I thought I was going to need. Which means that it's not just possible, it means it's going to happen. And what is this it? I had planned a series of videos similar to the ones that I recorded for the first 9 of the 18 sets in Wudang Qigong. So each set is individually recorded. You can see from all different sides. I plan to do that with a few other things that are a little more difficult, and to add in some cards, text cards, explanations, some names, certain kinds of things to what I have recorded on the video. In order to do that, I needed the machine that I have that has not been working for a while. So, what I have now, and the strategy and the approach, the tactical approach, right, is possible. And that gives me a whole other set of possibilities for what I'm going to be able to do in January. Right? We'll go back to that strategy and tactics, because that's something that we want to pay attention to in our practice. And I use it all the time for lots of things, but in particular our strategy for practice. What do I want to accomplish? What are my goals? What's the real goal for my practice? And for me, my real goal is that I'm comfortable, that I can move, that I have some facility with all of the arts that I practice and teach, and that if I needed to use something, if I needed to do something to defend myself, that I could be able to do it. Possible. It's possible. Not necessarily going to happen, not necessarily this movement this time, not necessary, possible. that skill isn't something that we develop in 5 minutes. Oh, I had this conversation with this person and this person explained this to me and now I know it. No, you don't. Go practice it for a couple of years and then you know it. Oh, that difference is what we're looking for in our practice. So my strategy, be able to do something if I need to. That's my strategy. That's it. I've learned quite a bit so that there's a lot of possibilities for what I might be able to do. Another aspect of my own practice is that I want to be able to get up and do something. Get up off the couch, get up and do something. Do I want to go to the gym? Not really. No, it never, I did at one time. And it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It doesn't appeal to me. What do I want to do? I practice on my own. Teach. When I first started, I did not want to have to pay to practice. I didn't want that gym membership that I had to pay for. I wanted to be able to go find an open space and be able to do whatever it was I wanted to do. I liked swimming. You need a pool. I liked dance. Well, you need a studio because you can't do that anywhere. Tai Chi. You can do Tai Chi anywhere. You can. That's what got me started. I wanted something I could do anywhere that would give me some exercise that I enjoyed, that I liked, and that would have some potentially additional benefits. That was 40 years ago. It was a long time. And that part of practice where I've developed that, where I've incorporated what I wanted to achieve, what I wanted out of my practice, my strategy, I want to do something that does not require anything other than me and some open space. My tactics, Chinese internal martial arts, Qigong, and some of the basic stretches and things that actually come from my early Tai Chi training. Alright? Feet about shoulder width apart. Bend the knees. Excuse me. Excuse me. Again. Open the arms, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Bend the knees. Pull up. Try again. Pull up through the crown of the head. Hand circle the front. Back around to both sides. Up along the center line. Stretch out. Roll up through the spine. Pay attention to starting at the bottom and rolling up. One more time. Bend the knees as you go over. Reach up. Elbows drop down. Wrists, fingertips. Follow your fingertips down. Roll down through the spine. Really pull in through the center. Pull up and pull in as you roll over. One more time. Make sure to bend the knees. Reach out, arch through the back. Elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips. Hands return to your sides. Don't stop. Big circle. I'm going to turn to my right, you turn to your left. Stay centered through the legs, bend the knees. Keep the feet well placed. One more time. And center, other side. One more time. Come center. Elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. Leg stretch. Right leg front, left leg back. Yes, wide stance. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Sing. Keep going. And come on up. Other side, left leg front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Sink. And come on up. All right. As we I've talked about this before. As we sink down, pay attention to the upper part of the back of the leg so that you strengthen the hold that you have through the leg, not in the hip. Don't lock your hip. You want the hip open because we want to go down. Yes. We want I'm working on it. That sink more at the end. I'm working on it. It's going to need a little bit closer stance to be able to lower a little bit more, but right now what we want to pay attention to is extending the leg as much as possible to strengthen that muscle in the back. Okay, I'll go look up the name in a little bit. Alright. Palm change 7 and palm change 8. Slowly. Feet together, stand straight. Pull up through the crown, smile. Salute. And turn. 7. Slowly. We're just walking through it. Alright? And ends. Turn. All the way around. Close, open, palm change 7. All the way around. Palm change 8. Walk circle. Again, palm change 8. And stop there. Okay. I'm going to do left side palm change 8 one more time because that wasn't right. 1, Okay, I'm going to stop with that for a second. Think about this for a minute. And this was part of yesterday's lesson as well. I made a mistake. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I've made a mistake. Right? No. This is, this is a technique that I've been teaching to take care of that. Smile. Seriously, smile. I made a mistake. Okay. What are you going to do with that? I made a mistake, oh no. Right? And this is not, I'm exaggerating this, but this is this idea behind how we pay attention to what we're doing. If our own internal reaction to, I made a mistake, I didn't do that the way I should have done. If our own internal reaction is to become self-conscious to the point that we can't really do anything. Oh my gosh, I made a mistake, I can't do that. Somebody's going to watch me, somebody's going to see me, and I made a mistake, it's terrible, I made a mistake, oh no. Right? If I did that, I'd turn the camera off. Seriously, I would have to turn the camera off. That idea is one of the things that I pay attention to every time I smile. That's why it's part of my class. That's why it's part of my instruction. When we smile, that tension, it's a physiological human response. When we smile, not always all of it, but a good part of that tension goes away. We can't keep it. I'm smiling, it's okay. That idea, that sense that I'm learning, and if I make a mistake, yeah, okay. Do I know it's a mistake? Number one. Number two, do I know how to fix it? What am I going to do about that? Am I going to try and fix it? What am I doing? All right, and do I know why I'm making that mistake? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I know it's a mistake. I can fix it. All right. What can I do to fix it? Well, I have to know what I should be doing, and I have to know what I am doing. And then I can adjust, right? So, I'm going to break it down. I'm here, left side. This is exactly what I'm doing. All right? Here on the left side, left foot front, walk circle. Step 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no. Nuh-uh. Oops. This foot's front, this foot's ready to go. But this foot's the one that needs to be behind so it can go. Right? I'm here on the right side. 1, 2, 3. Right hand, left foot. Left side. Left hand, right foot. If I'm here, right foot, I can't do that. I talked about that at the ending of this as well. Which foot has to be front? At the end, on the right side, my right foot has to be front so that I can turn to the center and go to the left. At the end, on the left side, my left foot has to be front so I can turn to go back to the right. Here, close, open, right? Here, no, can't do it. Here, close, open. Aha. Knowing that, right? That analysis tells me what I should do. I don't have to, there are times when I do need to go back and look at my notes. But this method, right? So getting to where I know where the steps are and what they should be, one thing. In practice, what am I actually doing? Well, if this foot is front, I can close here. If this foot is front, I can. What am I supposed to do next? Well, I'm supposed to be able to close and then turn. Yeah, I can't do that. If I'm paying attention, which I'm paying a lot of attention this morning right now. All right, if I'm paying attention to what I'm doing in my step, I can start to correct that. Where do I need to end up? I need to end up so that the same as on this side, right? Step 1, 2, 3. All right? Turning that around. Right? Here. Step 1, 2, 3. Now here. Step 1, 2, 3. And back, back. Left foot front. Step 1, 2, 3. If I start my step here, right foot front, 2, 3. Doesn't work. Again, one of the reasons that I'm stressing this is we're finishing up palm changes 7 and 8 this morning. That's one of the reasons. The other one, and the main one, is that I've had conversations with folks who had learned what they've learned, and they very diligent students are really working at it. They learned what they learned by rote, and I'm going to explain that. Teacher said do this. They learned by rote. Teacher said this is what we're supposed to do. You do it this way. I'm going to explain to you again how you're supposed to do this, and you're supposed to do it the way that I told you to do it. Okay? This is, I do the same thing. I don't, that's not a bad thing. But we can't stop there. Not if we're going to make progress for ourselves. Not if we're going to really learn. Not if we're going to develop the art. I start with, teacher said do this. Do it this way. Why? Why? Why should I do this way? And how do I correct what I'm doing so that in my own practice, when I'm not in the class, when I'm not in front of the teacher for the teacher to point at me and tell me what to do, what to not do, how do I correct myself? How do I know what is and isn't? This analysis, right? Left foot front. 1, 2, 3. On the left side. Right foot front. 1, 2, 3. On the right side. Understanding that step. Left foot front. 1, 2, 3. My left foot must be front. I've got 2 steps. 1, 2, kick. 1, 2, 3. Which foot goes with which? Knowing that this is the combination, that this is what I'm going for. Right? This side, left foot front. 1, 2, 3. Left hand, right foot. Inside hand, outside foot. Inside hand, outside foot. Inside of the circle, outside of the circle, right? Knowing that, understanding that concept, inside, outside, this one goes to the right, this one goes to the left, this combination's, once I know that, and I know the step, right foot front, if I'm going to the right, yeah. If I'm going to the left, I'm going to start here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah? Keeping that there's a couple things I'm trying to say here. So keeping that setup in mind, that you're setting yourself up for something, and being able to break it down and being able to say, all right, I know I'm setting myself up for this. What am I doing to set myself up? What do I need to do in my stepping method to set myself up, to get ready to do what I'm going to go do? What happens? What happens if I'm in the wrong spot? What happens if I start? What happens here? I'm left hand to the center. This is right leg to the outside. If I start here, 1, 2, 3. That's my left leg. No, I can't. Doesn't work. 1, 2, 3. Ha! The follow through, the detail, what comes next, being able to anticipate what comes next. Part of our strategy, and most fundamentally part of our tactics. Being able to see how the movement works, being able to see this movement, what's coming next. How does my body turn? What do I need to do besides the feet, right? What do I need to do to get to where this can happen, right? I'm going to walk straight here for a second. Sort of. Left foot front, left hand to the center, and circle 1, 2. This turn, 1, 2, 3. Okay. That sense of around and out. Has more or less force, depending on how fast we're going. That skill, that the movement remains clear and precise through the turn, regardless of I'm going faster or slower. That clarity is something that we absolutely want to preserve, because that's where the usefulness, that's where the applications come from. If we muddle what we're doing so that there is no clarity, and I'm going to use my right hand for this same move right here. Okay. Move, move, in. Move something out of the way, and do it again, and come in. bigger, smaller, in. Right? If I muddle that, I'm going to muddle it. Hey. What is that? Waving my arm around. There's no... That last one? Yeah, that was not waving my arm around. Not waving my arm around. You should be able to pretty much see the difference. And it's not that the circle is smaller, although that is a factor. This big sweeping thing out here, there's no strength behind that. I can't put any strength behind it. All I'm using is my shoulder. Here, I use my waist, I use my legs, I use my hips. Everything works all together. Palm change 8 on the circle. Both sides. Feet together, stand straight. Salute the center. Relax the breath. Smile. Turn. Palm change 8. Both sides. Right foot front. Right hand to the center. Walk circle. And start. Turn. Left hand. I did it again. I did it again. Back up and try it again. Left foot front. And go 1, 2, 3. There we go. And nope. Left foot has to be front, right? I come here. I gotta come here and close. Again. Do it again. Salute the center. Both sides. Smile. Breathe. And open. Palm change 8. Walk the circle. And 1, 2, 3. Nope. Stop. All right. One more time. Salute. And turn. Walk circle. It's not my day. Walk circle. Walk circle. Walk circle. Walk the circle. Around again. Walk the circle. Relax. We're going to do it again. Feet together, stand straight. Salute. And turn. Open to the center, right side. Walk the circle. Walk the circle. I'm annoyed with myself. Keep walking the circle. Walk the circle. There we go. And walk the circle. Walk the circle. Walk the circle. One more time, walk the circle. And close. Okay. Practice till you get it right. Do it again. That was one of Professor Liu's favorite phrases. Do it again. Seriously. The effort that we make to pay attention to what we're doing, recognize what is or is not correct. And I did a bunch of stuff this morning. I was making mistakes this morning. Okay. Happens. It gave me an opportunity, making those mistakes, gave me an opportunity to do one thing. I could stop. I say, man, this morning just isn't happening. I'm not gonna. Or I could use it as a teaching tool to help anybody that's watching understand that analysis process, how to deal with, I'm making mistakes, what do I do, right? How do I fix this for myself? If I'm not watching somebody else, if I'm not listening to what somebody else is telling me what to do, how do I fix it? How do I analyze my movement so that I can independently know what is and isn't correct? I use the form, in this case, Bagua. If I'm going to turn to the outside this way, my right foot has to be front. It's physically impossible to bring the other foot around. My left foot is front, and I'm going to bring my right foot around. I can't turn this way. I got to turn this way. I do. And it's that pivot. Talked about that a lot. We use that in our basic step. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. That basic step tells me exactly what I should be doing. Right foot front, I'm going to turn this way. No, that's wrong. Left foot front, I'm going to turn this way. Yes, that's correct. All right, now, so then where do I have to be? Which one am I doing? Where do I have to be? Left foot front, if I'm going to turn to open to the right. Right foot front, if I'm going to turn and open to the left. Knowing that, I know I'm beating up on that a lot, but it does matter. Knowing that, that's where I need to be. I can back up a couple of steps and find where I'm not in the correct position. Okay, just like here. 1, 2, 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. My count was off, right? I counted differently. So, which one is correct? Well, first one. Here, left foot front. As I step here, I know, right? I've learned. My inside hand sweeps around twice, comes out straight. Back leg, the outside leg, is the one that kicks. If I'm here, which is my outside leg? This is inside, this outside, right? Has to be the right. So, if I stop at this point, it's harder, the momentum to bring me forward, right? It's harder to shift back to be able to bring this leg up. I could do it, but that's not what the form tells me I should do. If I'm paying attention to what the form is telling me, and I'm paying attention to what the movements are telling me, and I've analyzed the movements, there's a part of what I can now do to correct my own movements that doesn't depend on anybody else. It depends on me paying attention to what I'm doing, listening to my body. What are you telling me? You're off balance, not off balance? Are you straight? Are you leaning? What are you doing here? Right? Is the timing correct? Am I coordinating the upper body and the lower body? Shoulders with the hips, elbows with the knees, hands with the feet. Is my head bobbing around, or am I well placed and centered? All of those things are visible and easy to see so that you can make those corrections for yourself. Doesn't require me to say, hey, pay attention to your hip over here. All right? Although in class I would do that. All right, let's go one more time. Palm change 8, both sides. Salute the center. Smile. Breathe in. And breathe out. Turn. Center. Walk circle. And start. Again, on the left. Nope. Walk circle. I did it again. There we go. And close. Turn around. Left side. Walk the circle. I'm not going to be happy until I get it right. Walk the circle. One more time. Walk circle. Stay there. Relax. That last time. No, I'm okay with that. It's all right. As we move, That, again, that sense of where am I, right? On the left, 1, 2, 3. If I count differently, 1, 2, 3, what? Right? If I start the count, if I start the count here, 1, 2, 3. Not really. Yeah, but that's it. Actually, it is. Yeah, that's all right. Deciding which leg. This one can't go up if the weight's on it, right? As we step through, we want that forward momentum. That's what we're working with, right? And not paying attention to it becomes a problem as we do more continuous walking. Keep going. Right? When we focus on slowing everything down and paying attention to the details. Left foot front, start, go 1, 2, 3, right? Right foot front, 1, 2, 3. We slow it down so that we can understand how the movement works, what the pattern for the movement is. Right? What am I doing? 1, 2, 3. Foot goes with, right? As we pay attention to that dynamic, we begin to understand a little bit more about some of the circles and turns that we have available to us in Bagua. The opportunities, the possibilities that I have open up a bit more. The more that I understand this art, or whatever the art is that I happen to be practicing. As we move next week into walking the circle, or walking the pattern, okay? So, here, I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna walk palm change. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6. Palm change 8 was on the left. Okay. Palm change 7, palm change 8 on the pattern. And I should be here. One more time. It's not my day. It's my day for corrections. It's my day for corrections. That's a good day. Good way to think about it. Palm change 7, palm change 8 on the pattern. was it. Perfect, no. Correct, yes. Okay, and that, we're in wind up now. That idea is one of the big takeaways I want from this class. Are you going to do everything perfect every time? No. It's not going to happen, right? If you practice every day, it is not going to be perfect all the time. If you practice to give a performance, your performance should be perfect. It should. And if there's any mistakes, it shouldn't be that you stop in the middle and explain them. You should keep going, right? Performance always should look perfect. Practice, yeah, we're never going to get it all right. It's not going to happen. That's why we practice, right? What I've prepared to do for a particular performance, the particular movements, the manner, the way that I'm going to present, is not what I do in practice. I do so much more in practice than I'm ever going to do in any single performance. It's cumulative, it builds up over time, and the kinds of things that I do, stopping, analyzing, did I do that, what did I do here, what did I do there, going back and doing it again, 再来一遍, do it one more time, 再来一遍, 再来一遍, again. Just finish one, go back and do it again. Finish one, go back and do it. If you know where your mistakes are, fix them. If you don't, slow it down so that you're paying attention to each and every move, each and every step, each and every weight change. When you do that, you can find where the mistakes are. When you apply where you must be in space, this is my space, where must I be in space in order to do this? Where do I have to be? I just showed you. Where does my foot, where do my feet have to be, where do my hands have to be? Where do I need to be in space? I'm going to do one more time. Actually, I'm going to do it 2 more times. All right? Just same thing, slowly. Where do I need to be in space? Wrong foot. Slowly. Right? Not slowly. Not slowly. Okay? Not slowly. Everything goes. If I don't know where I'm going, how am I going to get there? Slow it down. Understand how the movement works. Then speed it up. When you speed it up, you're likely to make a mistake. I just did. You're probably going to make a couple. More than one. Pay attention. Slow it down again. What did I do? Try again. That, slow it down, speed it up, try again, go back. That analysis and that repetition not only gives you the corrections, it gives you a depth and an understanding of the art and how the art itself functions. Next week, on the circle, just a little bit, and we're here, palm change 1, palm change 2, palm change 3, palm change 4, palm change 5. I'm going to stop with that. Alright, this is what we're going to work on next week. I was going a little bit fast this morning with this. We will go at that speed. I will also slow it down so that each of the changes and each of the steps is clearer, a little bit more precise, and easier to follow. I recognize, and I want everybody to recognize, it's hard to do this in person. The Bagua circle is not something that's necessarily easy to learn in person. You're trying to do it in 2 dimensions instead of 3 on the video, it's harder. Okay? You can't move to the other side and see what I'm doing. I will work so that you can see from both sides, just as I did as we're practicing the palm changes previously on the circle. So I start here, Chin, heaven. This is Kun, earth. Alright, I can turn around, I can imagine that this is Chin, and I can turn the circle around so that you'll be able to see how it works from both sides. That process is something that we want to pay attention to, and I said, if we were in person, it would be relatively easy for you to walk over to this side of the room and stand there while I walk around the circle. It would also be easier for me to have a circle painted on the floor so you could see it. That opportunity may be coming, we'll see. For today, paying attention to what we're doing, correcting our own mistakes, not being so self-conscious in a negative way that we lose our ability to smile and to correct those mistakes. Understanding how the art contributes to our learning, how the art itself, not the teacher, not anything, how the art itself teaches us how to move and what comes next. I'll be back tomorrow with Qigong class Thursday and Friday. Thursday is Foundations, Friday is the Advanced class. So Thursday and Friday Qigong. Foundations on Thursday, Advanced class on Friday. Next week, Bagua. All the palm changes on the circle. Hope you'll join me. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.